Good morning, everyone. Well, it's morning for me. I don't know when you're watching it. It's probably about 4 o'clock on Friday when you're watching it. No, good morning. And goes without saying, we're out on the kayak, and that backdrop behind me is Catterline Harbour. It's a few weeks since I've been out in a kayak. Last time I was out at Stonehaven, so I'm hoping that be able to get a few more fish here today. I do love being out in a kayak. Now, when I was at Stonehaven, the audio I thought was affected quite a lot by the wind. Now today it's not quite as windy, but I've got one of these fur foam covers on the GoPro, so I'm hoping that we won't get as much wind on the microphone, because it is distracting. I appreciate that. So enough said about that. Let's see if it works this time. So we're going to head out. There's quite a few pots here, creel markers that I've got to avoid. It's a little bit overcast, but that isn't going to stop me having a great time fishing. No, it's going to be good. So we'll just head out, and I think I usually go out to about 15 meters deep, and what I'll be doing today, I don't know if you can see there above my shoulder, is a little lure, which was quite good on getting the mackerel last time over at Stonehaven. So we'll go and see what we can do there. Gosh, there's a lot of pot markers. It's like a dodging course. Oh, okay. Fortunately, the kayak just glides over floating ropes and things, so not too much trouble. Anyway, I'm going to paddle out, and I'll bring you back when we start fishing. So I'm glad you can come along. I do like having you aboard. There's not a lot of room on the kayak, but I do like having you aboard. So yep, you're welcome. Let's see what we can do today. So on the Garmin Striker you can have waypoint maps, and it kind of maps where you are. So we're here, shows this little boat, not the kayak. But you can just see in the top corner here where I've done drifts in the past. So I've come a little bit further out. As you can see there at the top, it says depth of 17.5 meters. We're just going to actually see which direction the drifts go in. Right now I am heading, I believe, north. Yes, I am. So we're heading north. Now the tide is almost it's almost low, so it will turn and then it will flood and take us south down towards the lighthouse. The lighthouse being on the point, can you see that? Yeah, on the point over here. Noisy bird over there, can you see that? So it's a little bit overcast today. The water is very coloured. Now, whether or not the coloured water makes a difference, I don't know, but I thought it'd be quite handy to get an excuse in before we start. So let's drop a lure down, see what happens, and keep an eye on the drift and see which way we go, and then we can work out how we're going to do drifts backwards and forwards. The squeaking you can hear in the background is that little, I think that's a guillemot. There's the parent bird on the left and the youngster over there on the right. Now, just as I said that, we're into a fish. Dearie me, that horizon's no good. That's better. So yeah, something has taken our lure. So that's my first drop. I'm in about 18 meters. I'm using the little Abu Max and this light rod, and it just gives you a really good fight. Oh, that's almost pollacky. It is! No, it isn't. What do we got here? Is this pollack or a coley? Let's have a look. Pollack! Ow, 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 ow. successfully hooked myself there. So there we go, folks, a really nice pollock to get us started with. Beauty! Let's put it back, and away it goes. Well, that certainly put up a fight, didn't it? Wonderful, enjoyed that. Now let me sort this rod out. There we go. I've got a leash on it, just so if it ends up over the side, got a chance of getting it back. Right, let's drop that down again. Brilliant. That was nice, wasn't it? Pollock first off. Now I would estimate that being about, I don't know, £3, something like that. I think if I was going to take it, I'd want it to be bigger. You get a better steak off it, you know, better fillets and stuff. But that's pleasing. We just come straight out, bit of a drift, just watching where we're going. Got some transits lined up with kind of my car and everything there on the shore and the rock. So perfect. Oh, in the bottom. Yeah. So just on the bottom there. When I saw the colour of the water this morning, I was thinking this might be quite difficult, but hopefully it's not the curse of the first cast. Hopefully we get some more. But we're off the blank already. So I'm just jigging that little lure up and down. I'll show you the lure in a minute, but it's the same one I've been using on previous occasions. So this is the lure. It's a cheap copy of something. Looks like a cedar style. It's got a assist hook up the top, single hook down the bottom. It feels about 20 grams, something like that. Oop. And I've just got that through to a clip and straight onto the braid. Now I'm looking at the sounder. I've seen a few things higher up, so I'm just bringing the lure up in the water column, just see if we can see what's there. There is a pot marker here. I don't see anything out this way, so I think that pot either goes north-south or it's heading in. I don't think there's anything below us here. I hope not, otherwise that would be the last you see of that lure, wouldn't it? Oh, on the bottom. Yep, can feel it on the bottom there. Drift-wise, what have we got? How fast are we going? Around about just under a knot. Just under a knot. So we are heading north quite quick. But that's okay. That is okay. We'll drift down this way a bit, and we'll then paddle back towards the lighthouse, or in the middle here if the tide has turned, and we'll get taken back towards the lighthouse. Good fun. Be nice to see if we could get a wrasse or something like that today. I think I'm possibly drifting a bit further out than I would normally have done. I'm just looking at my waypoint map. Yeah, I'm slightly further out than I would normally be, but I think we're okay. We've had that pollock, haven't we? So can't all be wrong. Beautiful day. Still and calm. Still and calm. That's how we like it. For kayaking, anyway. Now with this jig, I'm not going mad with it. I'm just lifting it up and just letting it drop. I think in the old days, people used to really rip them right up in the water, and I don't think you need to do that. Right, I'll try not to whack you with the paddle there. I'm going to paddle towards the lighthouse and drift back in this direction. So we'll just head up here a little bit. See how we get on. I always say that, see how we get on. It's about that. I've heard one boat, but I can't see it. It must be over in the mist there somewhere. But nobody else out in the water. Just man alone in his kayak again on the North Sea. There's not even any chatter on the VHF radio. Keep seeing a few marks on the sounder. I was expecting there might be the odd mackerel around still. There should be. So we may pick up a mackerel today, you never know. And if we do, and if it's in size, it's coming home. Really enjoyed the mackerel that we caught last time we were out in the kayak. Stonehaven it was. If you haven't seen that video, go and have a look at it. There's a plug there for my video. So I've just moved a bit further up, started the drift again. As you can see, that rod is giving it some bend. So let's see what we've got. What is it this time? Another pollock, similar sort of size. So another pollock, a bit smaller than the last one. But we'll send that one back on its way. Let's see if you can see it. Can you see this go? It went in a different way than I thought it would. I think I paid the price for catching that one. So pollock around. Let's get the lure back down. Let's try again. Brilliant stuff. Just what we want. Just what we came for. Pollock action. We like a bit of pollock action. So doing a similar drift to we did last time. We're a little bit deeper, 16 meters, so I caught the pollock in about 11, so it must drop off quite quick there. Brilliant, pleased with that. So that one was just caught on the assist hook. It's getting a little bit brighter over there, but it's quite dark this way. I'm quite pleased it's not full sunshine because it's quite warm in the dry suit. I've got a pair of shorts on underneath, but I've also got my jumper on. I probably should have left the jumper off. Not a lot I can do about that now. It'd be far too dangerous to take the zip off the dry suit and get out of that on a kayak. That's not happening. The crackling you can hear is just the radio. The squelch was a bit, turn the squelch down a bit. That should keep it quiet for a while. Yes, getting quite grey this way. I think we're going to get some rain. Oh, we're not on the bottom, are we? Yes, we are. Dash. There we go. I'll wind that up. Check everything. That was lucky. Yep, still got 2 hooks and a lure. Could have been a short session. I think we had a knock then. I think so. That's the thing with braid right the way through, you can really feel things. It's a 7-foot rod, quite lightweight, really nice. I just coupled it up with this bait cast through style reel, which I don't use for bait casting because I get in a bit of a mess with it, but it's good. It's almost like a mini multiplier on this rod, so that's fine. The thing about dry suit seals, I know they've got to be tight. They cut the circulation off in my hand. I had some new seals put on the suit and I said I haven't got particularly big wrists, so put the small size on, heavy duty smalls. Still waiting for them to stretch a bit. Gonna have to put some tennis balls in them or something to stretch them out, I think. You just see how it's cutting into the wrist. Moan, moan, moan. Staying dry is the most important thing, isn't it? Dry and warm. If you inadvertently tip yourself over into the sea, it doesn't take long to freeze, I'm sure. I'd soon feel the cold. So, dry suit it is. I hope that sponge thing's working on the microphone, and hope we're not getting too much wind on the microphone. We'll have to see. It's always exciting to download the footage onto the computer and do the editing. See if I remember to plug microphones in. If I did the wind get it? It's always fun. It's always fun. Now then, another Tangle UK strikes again. What's going on here? Oh yeah, Tangle. Should I be filming this? Yes, I should. It's everyday fishing. There we go. I think as I've been bringing the rod up and down, I'd managed to hook a loop around a ring at the top there. Okay, back down again. So there's a nice drop off there. It went from about 11 meters to 15. So that could be a nice spot. I think I can see my lure on the sounder as well. That's good. Yeah, it dropped off down to 16 now. Bit of a reef there then. Oh yeah, I know that one. I know where we are. Yeah. There's a little sort of shallow in the rocks there, and there's a small shed on the shore. And when they line up, that's where this reef is here. Keep seeing something mid-water. So just wind this up and just see if anything wants to take it. I would say this is probably mackerel. Yes it is, it's going bonkers. Come on, this way, yes! So nice mackerel, that one can come home. It's a bit on the thin side, but nice fish. That's good to get the mackerel. Let's see if there's some more around. What I've been finding, and I think I've mentioned this before on other videos, is that the mackerel seem really scattered, isolated. You know, I'm sure you used to get huge shoals of them, and you'd drop down, and you might get, if you were feathering, you could probably get half a dozen at a time. I don't seem to get that these days. It doesn't seem to happen like that. It's one or two fish and then nothing for a while and then another one or two fish. So I don't think they ball up in the way that they used to. What's all that about? Is it anything to do with the fish? Is Phil not able to catch them anymore? That could be it. Could be me. Could be me. Who knows? So I think what I'm going to do is unhook myself from my own lure and head further in this direction, just a little bit further in I think, and see if there's possibly some wrasse or something over there. I'm going to give that a try. So you can see I'm a little bit closer in, where it's about 15 meters here. Again, down on the bottom, hoping to see if there's, as I say, I'd like to catch a wrasse. I do like wrasse, beautiful fish. Just the birds and the waves, perfect. So I don't know if you can see this. Let's have a little look. Hopefully we don't lose the fish. There you go. So it's something small. Yes, it is. It's small. It's a small pollock. Oh, it's a slimy one, this. Let me just get hold of it. So, a number of these pollock that just take the assist hook rather than the bottom hook is quite interesting. Let's send it on its way. Lovely job. We've got a seal just over there. It's alright, you stay over there. We'll share the fish. Oh, what's going on here? Not really lifting the rod much, just bouncing this jig just up and down off the bottom there. That's where most of the pollock have been. So I'm not sure how much you can see on the GoPro, but Todd Head Lighthouse is about there. I don't think I can zoom in on that. I shan't be going over there today, I don't think. Not unless the drift takes me down there. I've never found the fishing any better in that direction. It's much the same. Possibly going north a bit, there's a reef that's quite interesting, and I've been told is better than the rest of it. But it's quite a long paddle. I hope you're enjoying all the videos, the variety. Done quite a lot this year. Skate fishing, been out on the boats, had the boat on the wrecks, been out the kayak. I have done some fly fishing. You might have seen a video. Gordon had never fly fished before, so I took him fly fishing. So I didn't make a video that day. I just gave him a bit of help and a few tips. So I probably taught him all my bad habits. Sorry, Gordon. They'll put us right in the comments. Right, come on, you fish. Do we change the lure? Got a soft plastic. Oh, yes. We're in, just as I spoke. I was saying, shall we change the lure? And at that very moment, small pollock took it. So having fun with the pollock today. It's only small, that one. But I was just saying, should I change the lure? Bang, and it went. So if it goes quiet again, I'll say, shall we change the lure? Bang, hopefully. Now I was in the middle of telling you I'd moved out, and there was a beep and the GoPro battery was flat. So we changed the battery, so you're back online. The sun is trying to come out. It's almost glassy calm. The wind's dropped right off now. So we're just at the mercy of the tide, which is about half a knot, which is quite nice. That's okay. You can feel the lure when you're just going about this pace, but you're covering ground, so you should be fishing good. Absolutely gorgeous day, brilliant. Bit of blue coming through. Yes, perfect. Come on, fishies. You're all going back, apart from Mr. Mackerel. He stayed aboard. He's having a little sleep in the back there. Well, that's been a lovely session. Caught a few fish, got one mackerel to bring home. Let all the pollock go. That first one was a nice fish. It was a good size, that one. And then I think they progressively got smaller. So I'm on my last drift, and I've really enjoyed it, and I hope you've enjoyed coming out as well. I hope that sponge thing around the camera has kept a bit of wind noise down and you can hear what I've been saying. But as always, thank you so much for coming along. Much appreciated that you watch the videos. So tight lines from me, tail wag from D, and I'll see you in the next one, wherever that might be. So there we go, folks. A really nice pollock to get us started with. Beauty! Let's put it back. Another pollock. bit smaller than the last one, but we'll send that one back on its way. So a nice mackerel, that one can come home. It's a bit on the thin side, but nice fish. So a number of these pollock that just take the assist hook rather than the bottom hook is quite interesting. Let's send it on its way. You can probably see from the colour of the harbour wall here how low the tide is right now. So in we come. There you go, end of another session.